It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yep, it's that time of year again that we both look forward to and dread like the slightly leery uncle you invite over to your Christmas do. So naturally, it being this time of year, I decided to review the most festive game of all, Destiny. Okay, it's not that stupid since there's both a new DLC and a Christmas related event out this month, so I decided to give it a review. Now I think by this point you know the format of this show, so let's get cracking into it. So the game starts out with a hub world from the first game being attacked by one of the main enemies of the series, the Cabal, who are a bunch of Roman themed aliens who have the bodies of 90s comic characters and a face that looks like a hybrid of Eddie from Iron Maiden and a naked mole rat. They have come to take control of the giant floating Deus Ex Machina known as the Traveller. As playing as your Guardian and his little floating Rubik's Cube thing voiced by Nolan North, because of course he is, try to stop the invaders, only for them to get their ass kicked by their leader, Normanus Ghoul, who is essentially the Prince Regent of the Cabal, who basically has all the power of the Emperor, but not the title. So Ghoul decides to imprison the Traveller, which prevents the Guardians from accessing their powers. After a pretty moving scene of your character trying to escape the tower, they team up with a group of resistant members, find a shard of the Traveller and get their powers back. How convenient. With that situation sorted, you then decide to find the three Vanguard leaders who escaped the tower, try to get them back together and formulate a plan, including Zavala, who's on the watery moon of Titan, the ever awesome and funny Cayde 6 on Nessus, and Ikora Rey on Io. Meanwhile, cutting away, very similar and reminiscent to the old Transformers series, to Ghoul, who's trying to torture and get information out of the Speaker, voiced by Bill Nye. Hang on, that's not right. Oh, Bill Nye. Here's a mistake to make. Anyway, simultaneously, Ghoul is explaining his backstory and how he wants to earn the Traveller's respect rather than just take the power. After gathering the Vanguard together, you decide to sneak aboard and destroy the Cabal's giant sun-destroying space station called the Almighty. Because what evil galactic empire isn't complete without a Death Star ripoff? It's actually been considered a legal requirement. So then you and the Resistance lead a final attack on the city, and Ghoul, beginning to face defeat, decides to just take the power anyway, which leads to a pretty good final battle against him where he uses his own super abilities similar to the ones that the Guardians use. After killing him, some sort of giant floating spirit of him appears only to be blasted away by the Traveller, who grants all the Guardians their powers back. Oh, and the Speaker's dead, I forgot to mention that. Oh well. But just when, at the end of the game, you see something looming from the deep depths of space. Pyramid-shaped spaceships! Holy crap! Linkara was right about ancient Egypt all along! The gameplay is pretty much identical to the original Destiny, but that's not technically a bad thing. Helps it feel like it's just a continuation of the same universe. The only real major difference is the weapons categories. Before it was light weapon, medium weapon, heavy weapon. Now it's physical weapon, energy weapon and power weapon. Also, one of the super abilities has been switched out for a brand new one. There are also 4 new overworlds, the previously mentioned Titan, Nessus and Io, as well as the European Dead Zone. Since I do not know which part of Europe it's based in, I can't make either a Brexit joke or a EU joke. Yeah, there are 2 hub worlds as well, starting off at the Resistance base, which is a farm, and finally getting back to the tower, well, more specifically atop a bit of wall outside the tower. You've also have your Destiny usual fare of side quests, non-story missions, strikes, and an all-new raid where you get to fight the true Emperor of the Cabal, Callus, or more specifically his robotic body double. Callus, I now grant you the title of Biggest Dickus. Now let's address the elephant in the room. The loot boxes and microtransactions. Yes, I know they're terrible. Yes, I know they're basically encouraging people to gamble. And yes, I know that it's been mentioned everywhere already, but personally, I don't really care about that sort of thing, nor do I really get involved in it. I personally just leave it alone, and any rewards I get, I'm happy to just get. Besides, games like TF2 have basically been doing the same thing for years, yet no one seems to kick up a fuss about it. The graphics look pretty good, although almost identical to the original, just touched up a bit, which given how well the original's graphics stand up is not a bad comparison. Plus, I feel it's good that the game doesn't look too unfamiliar to what it's succeeding from. And each world feels unique in its own way. And as for the music... Did someone mention music? Sure thing. What? Really? Sure, why not? Okay then, the music is magnificent, astounding, atmospheric, able to increase the drama and emotions of a scene tenfold. It truly is the drink that fills the cup of silence, unlike the trash of Big Shaq and Little Mix on the radio. No, you idiot! Now look what you've done. You're going to start a flame war. Get out of here before you make it any worse. Fine then. I didn't want to incur the wrath of those idiots in the comments section anyway. Just don't read the comments section then. I sure don't. Well, Destiny isn't exactly a perfect game and requires you to put a lot of time and effort into it to get the most out of it. I feel it's a good game and at least worth a try. So, have a Merry Christmas everyone, Happy Holiday. Until next time, I'll be sitting back here drinking my Christmas nog. Hang on a minute, this is just custard!